What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Today we explore the second half of the final dungeon. This part is actually kind of short, but there's a lot of little secret areas to find if you're looking for them. And one of them is right here. It keeps like a running count of how many fiends you've killed in the area, and when you've killed enough, the door will open. So we're gonna come back there later. For now, we head up the one and only path that we have right now. And let's see. Where are you? Oh, you're right there. Okay. So, hit the examine button when you're standing on that thing, and it lifts you up here, where you find the 4-on-1. And it brings you back down again. And I guess we have to stand on this thing? Yeah, okay. And we push over this little bridge. And here we find a defending bracer. Now the enemy that I've just fought in the battle just now is a Great Malboro, which is identical to the Great Malboros in the Omega Ruins. But I want to mention that if you are trying to capture Great Malboros, this is a much better place to do it than the Omega Ruins, because they're actually a lot easier here. Now, why is that if they're the exact same enemy? Well, the reason is, for whatever reason, in the Omega Ruins, every time you ever fight a Great Malboro, it's guaranteed that it will be a ambush. But here in the inside of Sin, that's not the case. And the only thing that's actually hard about the Great Malboros to begin with is that when they ambush you with a bad breath, which happens every single time, that's where the difficulty arises. Whereas here you have plenty of time to like hit them with Delay Buster and such, so they might not even get a chance to use bad breath. So down this little hidden side path here, we find a movable wall, behind which is a Megalixir. And now, if we come down here, there's a little hidden pit here. Find 20,000 gil, and if we stand on this thing, it brings us up here. We've got a little pathway here, and in this chest we find an HP sphere, because I really need more HP. And right here we find a defense sphere. And this little platform will bring us back down again. If we head up this way, around here somewhere is the last secret area thing. Is this it? Ah, yes, it is. We gotta come around back here and we walk into this little block sticking out of the ground here. That lets us slide down here. And down here is a chest containing a Levitane. And to get up, we kind of come over to the side here and it will let us climb up this. Climb up again, then we come over to the left and climb up here. And voila! And if we follow this path, it leads us back over to this screen. Or no, not this screen. Well, there's a save point here, This is actually the final save point in the game, but I'm not interested in that quite yet. Follow this path, and this leads us back to where we were. Let's see, it's kind of connected here. The path that we just went down is right over here. So now if we head on over to this side of the area, these little things pop up out of the ground to kind of try and block our way. So here's an enemy that I don't think they're technically new, but I don't believe I've shown them off before. These are Demonoliths, and they can be very nasty. They're actually one of the most annoying enemies in the game, if you ask me. Basically, they don't really do a whole lot in terms of damage, but they do a lot of status ailments. Anytime you attack them, they will counterattack with Pharaoh's Curse, which applies darkness, silence, poison, and curse on you, which renders you kind of useless, honestly. So the trick to these guys is to kind of take it slowly and just focus on keeping yourself healthy rather than trying to like do too much too quickly. Because, well, there's one thing they can do which is actually very dangerous, and if they get a turn, they will do one of two things. They will either physically attack you, which will inflict other status elements. I think there's poison, and I believe it can zombie you. But the other thing it'll do, if it gets a turn, is it'll try and use its breath attack, which has a very high chance of petrifying your entire party. So you don't want it to get a turn. So anyways, there's these little things that pop up, and at the end of that path, we can kind of stare down into the chasm, but we've already been down there. So there isn't actually any real reason to come down that way. So that's this place all explored, so now I want to head back to the door that we saw at the very front of this area. Honestly, the way I deal with Demonoliths, I've taken the time to capture 10 of them already, before I even came here, because you can fight them in the Omega Ruins, but at this point I just run from them. It's like, they're more hassle than they're worth, honestly. Ooh, and here we have our last new enemy. Well, maybe not our last, but one of the last. These guys are very, very, very annoying. They're also really kind of hard to find. So, they will typically try and protect themselves by like closing their little arm things there. You can get them armor broken, but they actually have a lot of resistance to it. I don't really need to worry about armor breaking them since I can do full damage even if it closes its arms, but that's just me. And its mortar attack can do a pretty nasty amount of damage if you're not obscenely powerful. And they have a lot of health. So basically they just have a lot of annoying stuff going for them. And if I didn't mention, those are called Barbados. So here we are back at the wall. Clearly we've killed 10 fiends by now. And there is a second wall here. And I believe for that one you need to kill 30 fiends? I could be wrong about that number, but it's some number higher than 10. And for this wall, I think you have to kill 50 fiends, which apparently I've not done yet. So I will do that and be right back. Okay, so that should be enough fiends, so let's open the door. I should probably point out that it counts literally how many fiends you kill, not how many battles you were in. So for example, if you encounter a battle with like those 2 X-Arrays and what are they called, an Ahriman, then that counts as 3 fiends. So now that that's done, I want to come back up this way. Basically, I'm just making my way back to the save point. We should probably head on over in that direction in that case. Now this here is not 100% sure how it actually works. I think it's kind of like a trap. Like if you step on that thing, it drops you down and you can't like walk up here. So I'm pretty sure the only way to actually get up that thing is to walk off the screen over here and then turn around and go back. So just for the heck of it, let's test out that theory. Don't want to go over there, and yeah, there's a little ramp here you can walk up. So that's how you handle that. So let us once again return to the save sphere. Now like I said, this is the final save sphere in the game. So I want to make a save point. I want to make a save here. And this is the point of no return, so to speak. If you proceed off the screen to the north here, there is no coming back. So I'm going to be doing that to continue to the end of the game, but once I'm done that, I've beaten the boss and stuff, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to be exactly where I saved just now. And I'm going to continue from there to do the post-game stuff, because there's no like saving after the credits or anything in this game. So anyways, what awaits us beyond the point of no return? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Catch you later.